Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another session with the older man. Yes, it's another beautiful, hot, sunny day here in Dubai. Yeah, I went out for a walk this morning at 6:30, and within 15 minutes, my entire shirt was just drenched in sweat. Whoo, man. I swear, this is the hottest summer in my 16 years I've ever experienced here in Dubai. It's... For those of you that deny climate change, you can't deny it. I'm telling you, when you've been around as long as I have and you've seen the changes that have occurred, I really can't deny it. I'm not saying what the reason is. I'm saying it is definitely hotter and hotter every year I see go by, man. But hey, we're not here to talk about the climate. We're here to talk about leftover women. And it sounds bad, but it's not listen again, it is not my description. It is the description of the woman in China. And that's what we're going to touch on today. I want you guys, ladies primarily, the few that do watch these channels, to look at other countries that are ahead of you in as far as development. Because Americans, they think that they're the head of everything. No. You want to see development? Go to China. China is kicking your ass on everything. That's one of the reasons why so many people in the West buy stuff from China. That means their economy, their politics, their products, everything coming out of China right now. But one thing is for sure, China is an older, and make this sink in, China is an older society, thousands and thousands and thousands of years older than America. America is a relatively new society compared to these older countries like Africa and China. So you better understand that you should be learning from your older ancestors on all things social, because these countries have been through a lot of social changes. And one thing is very apparent in these societies is that they have seen many aspects of relationships and marriages. And so that's what we're going to discuss. I'm going to show you the similarities and the comparisons between what China is going through right now with women, their leftover women, and how modern society has influenced their society, and the similarities of what's happening in the West at the moment. Okay? So my friends, give me a thumbs up on the way in, please. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Log in to askanolderman.com. Support the channel by joining our membership program. Hey, it's free right now as I work out the bugs, so please come on, join up. If you don't like it, hey, you can always just unsubscribe to the system. Let's get into this one video first because it sort of hits home. So I want to get into this one channel, the China Observer. I found this channel and I really like it because, you know, China has a different language. It's Mandarin they speak over there. So it's nice when you can see another society and get inside their culture by them speaking our language. So let's get into the translated version here on the China Observer.
我感觉好崩溃啊。
I feel so overwhelmed. It feels like all the bad things are happening at once over the past couple of days. I really wish I had someone to share the burden with, but I feel like I may never find a partner in this lifetime. I feel so helpless. Right now, it's not just about having someone who wants me. I feel like my existence in this world is kind of redundant. I'm already 36 years old and have no value in the dating market, no reproductive value either. My emotions aren't stable, my personality isn't great, and I don't have much money. So I can't provide economic value or emotional value, and not even appearance value. It's only natural that people would reject me. But how am I supposed to keep going?
You see, one of the most beautiful things about what these women do versus our Western counterparts is that our Western counterparts are in denial. They don't freaking deal with the reality of what's actually happening to them. They go through these emotional roller coasters and they don't verbalize it. No, girl, I'm strong. I'm independent. I'm strong. I'm independent. These girls realize, hey, I'm in a really shitty position. So let's look at what she identified, right? Because what these women are doing, rightfully so, is that they're looking at their value to society and to other people. It isn't about me. It's about my value. She said, I do not provide any economic value to anyone. I don't have any money. Like most women in the West, they spend their money on frivolous shit, going on trips, buying this, buying that, the second they get a paycheck. Most people in the West live paycheck to paycheck. Most women, it's worse than men because women spend more than men. That's a fact. Look at any mall that you go into right now. Look at the ratio of stores for females versus males. Look at the percentage of store floor space within the stores that caters to men versus women. It is literally 75 to 25%, meaning 75% of the space is allocated to women versus the 25% to males, simply because women spend more money on crap. So the whole environment is catered towards taking women's money. If you look at simple math, if women are making less than men and they're spending more than men, what is the natural outcome, my friend? Women hold 80% of the consumer debt in the West. 80. 20% for men. So who do you think is going to be in the worst financial situation? Yes, women. Plus, it costs more for women to maintain their beauty, their feminine products, the amount of clothes. A woman's biggest fear is being seen out twice in the same dress. It's insane. The amount of shoes that she buys. A woman will buy 100 pairs of shoes versus a man, he'll probably end up with 7. And that's usually a lot for men. But that includes formal and the amount of sneakers that he do buy. So she sees herself as not being able to provide anything financially for anyone. She don't see herself having any kids. She's 37 years old. She knows the reality of now finding a man at this age. And then by the time she gets to know him and feel comfortable with him, she'll be in her 40s and it's going to be too late to have a child. Or very dangerous for her to have a child. Her looks, she knows that her looks has faded. She contributes nothing to society. I don't know why she mentioned that, but hey, she sees it as a value to society as well. So these women think that, hey, I have nothing to contribute to anyone, so it's depressing for them. And she has no one to share any of her life with. Why? Because they put off this crap until it's too late. Because this is the poison that feminism have fed them.
The 36-year-old woman, Mi Li, holds a master's degree from a prestigious university. She often refers to herself as a high-quality older single woman and frequently shares on social media the many difficulties she encounters while seeking a partner. She also discusses her feelings of loneliness and the pressure from family and friends to get married. On June 17th, she broke down in tears, regretting that she missed the prime time for marriage due to her focus on her career. Now, being single, she feels an overwhelming sense of anxiety. Mi Li's tears convey a clear message to all young women. Do not miss the best time to get married. She reminds them that marriage is not only an emotional support, but also a guarantee and foundation for life, urging them not to repeat her mistakes. In her video, Mi Li regretfully stated, "I used to give myself many excuses, thinking that marriage was not important and that career was the most important thing, but now it seems that these were just excuses I made to deceive myself." Mi Li's video resonated with many users on social media, inspiring many to reflect on themselves. In the comments section, some people said, "When you're young, you always think there's plenty of time, but in an instant, you become an older single woman." Others remarked, "I hope this reminds women chasing their careers that marriage is not a constraint, but true freedom."
And when men say this in the red pill space, we're told that we're just misogynists and we're this and we're that. We're just trying to hold women back, blah, 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 blah. Because women cannot see in the future. They live for the now. It's literally impossible to show women the future. I say this many, many times on this channel. Women have no foresight. If it isn't today, they cannot see any further than that. Am I happy today? That's all they're concerned about. And it's the biggest danger that women put themselves in. Most women cannot see beyond a month. That paycheck next month. Oh, can I make that trip? Can I pay the rent next month? Can I pay this bill? Can I go and fix my credit card? Oh, I need to buy that new dress next month because I've been eyeing that for the last 3 weeks. That's all women think about. How can I get through the next week? Men don't think with that mentality. That's why women need men to balance their thought process out. Now, of course, I'm not saying all women are like that, but gosh damn, man, there's a large percentage of you, the majority of you think like that. I know because I see it, but you keep denying it in the West. This is the big thing. At least these women in the East, in China, they identify it and they name it out because it's obvious.
Some others comforted her, commenting, "It's okay if you can't find someone. Make peace with yourself and stop forcing yourself to look." Emotional counselor Wang Lingguo posted a video on Douyin on July 19th sharing,
"If you're getting older and still single, you actually don't have to feel too bad about it. Who says getting married will definitely make you feel happy? Maybe staying single at this age is just saving you from suffering, so try to be more optimistic."
You know, this is just a coping statement. I mean, what else are you going to tell these women? Go out there and fight desperately to get it? To find a man? More than likely, that's what she's already doing, and with no success. Hey, you know what? He's trying to pump her full of opium, even though she has cancer. It's not going to cure her, but it might make her feel better for a while until she come into acceptance that this is the way life is for her, and there's nothing she can do about it unless she compromise with a good, decent man that is below her economic and educational status. Because we know what's bothering these women. It's the hypergamy. That hypergamy kicks in, and yeah, it's a problem.
Mili's situation prompts people to ponder whether women's pursuit of a career has surpassed their desire for a happy life. In society, many people are so immersed in competition that they neglect the warmth of family and love. This also leads people to reevaluate the importance and significance of marriage. While a career is important, a healthy family and happy marriage are also worth striving for. Nowadays, more and more older single women are openly seeking marriage on social media. On July 19th, a 36-year-old single woman, Miss Zhou, posted a video on Douyin.
感谢德爸爸把我这条推荐给全国的单身人士。
Thank you, Douyin, for recommending my video to single people all over the country. Many people have commented, saying I'm brave to come to this platform alone to find a partner, facing all the doubts, confusion, and ridicule. It's not about being brave, it's about being responsible for myself. Don't believe sayings like, if you build it, they will come. I know too many excellent women who are still single despite their age. I don't want to be an internet celebrity, but if exposure brings me more visibility and helps me find a partner faster, it's a blessing. So we all need to be a little braver. Happiness is something you have to seize, fight for, and strive for.
来到著名的皇家公园相亲角来碰碰运气。
Today, I came to the famous Shanghai Royal Park matchmaking corner to try my luck. It's 9 a.m. and there are so many people here. It's really hot, and I see parents who are incredibly worried about finding partners for their children. Today, I feel there are many excellent girls here, many with PhDs who studied abroad. I feel like I'm out of luck. If such excellent people can't find someone, it's even harder for an ordinary person like me.
See what I'm talking about? These women look at their PhDs and their degrees as being sexually attractive to men. They don't get it. Jesus, man. She's gone to the park. That park in China where all the parents try to post. It's like almost like wanted posters. It's like literally, it's like wanted posters trying to find a lost cat or a lost pet. But what they're trying to do is to market their kids because they are so worried that their own seed, their own DNA isn't going to get passed on. That's what these parents are worried about. They see that their bloodline is going to stop with their daughter. And most of these adult parents have gone through the one-child policy. They've only had one child, they had a girl, and guess what? She can't get a man because all she did was focus on herself, building her career instead of finding a man and starting a family. So now those parents realize that, hey, we worked our ass off to end up paying for this deadbeat child, which is not even going to pass on our legacy or our bloodline. That's what these parents are fearing. So guys, if you've gotten this far, remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, okay? So I want to now go to another video that shows you the Western part of this problem that we have, just to bring it home from a Westerner's perspective. So I found this piece on this brother's channel, FBE Capital. Awesome channel. I'm put the link to the video here. I'll play a bit of it. But the intro is what was, oh, beautiful. My brother, you put this together nicely. All right. Hopefully I can play this because it has some music in the background that might be copyrighted, but I'm going to try it anyway. I might have to change the music, but I thought the compilation was well put together with the music. So brother, thumbs up, man. Thumbs up.
It's been almost 4 years since I completely uprooted my life.
It's about being older and being single. and not having children.
Because I don't even have a person to get pregnant with.
A few weeks ago, I suffered a mild heart attack. I didn't think I was going to make it, and it was just disheartening to not have anybody there.
Yeah, we made it to the end, and it didn't happen.
Sure, I could go get pregnant on my own or like get a donor, but I don't want that. I want to have a baby with the person that I love.
I wish women really understood nowadays how horrible we present ourselves.
Here's something men need to understand about women over 50. We don't care about you.
Honestly, a lot of women treat men like trash.
Again, I will be 42 in a month.
I am 50 years old. So I'm 46 years old, and men my age just don't seem to like me.
Like, it is rough.
I just feel incredibly lonely.
There are a lot of women, 5, 10 years post-divorce, that I've spoken to that have told me, I regret leaving him. I regret breaking up with him.
Every time I hear a woman complain about her baby daddy, in particular black women that complain about her baby daddy, the first thing I say is, you chose him. You chose him.
And you might be saying, well, you chose this, so, you make your bed. And I get it. I did choose it.
I'm just questioning life. And I'm just wondering if anybody else feels like they've made all the wrong decisions in life.
I don't have space to show up as the best mum that I can show up as. I'm less nurturing, I'm less accepting, I'm less patient.
Nobody wants to hear this, because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible. It actually isn't. It's not. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one.
I felt I had been kind of lied to by the culture. The idea that I could fuck my way to empowerment. This idea that, you can sleep your way to feeling like a girl boss.
The boss bitch woman.
And once you have, as a woman, you have children, your life is like, yeah, work is important. It's not my main focus. When I'm on my deathbed, I'm not going to go, I'm happy I worked a ton. It doesn't carry as much weight.
My health has failed me, and who's going to be there for me?
Beautiful, beautiful. My brother, if that was meant to scare the crap out of women, it scared the crap out of me, man. Jesus. The music, the compilation of all of these women regretting their choices in life, admitting that feminism lied to them, because that is exactly what happened. I love when the woman said, for me to believe that I can F my way to being a boss bee and think that that's empowering. Ooh, this is the problem. So many women have fallen victim to this mentality that if they can spread their legs as much as possible and as many men jump in, that empowers them. Think about that shit. Giving my body, not having men earn it, giving my body to many men for trinkets, for a trip, for a dinner, for, he was 6 foot tall, and then doing that over and over and over and over and over again, thinking that that's empowering? For who? And how long you think that's going to last? For you to then just boast that, hey, I had a lot of D back in my day. When you're on your deathbed, but you don't have a family, or who you telling it to? You've never formed any good solid connections with anyone. So, my friend, kudos to you. Let's listen to a little bit more of what he has to say, because, brother, you're bringing it home, man. I'm really proud of this channel here. Guys, go over there and support him.
Yes, guys, the truth truly hurts when talking about older women revealing their true dating experiences instead of the feminist propaganda plastered all over social media.
Good morning, everyone. So I haven't done an update in a bit on the dating in your 50s. So much fun. I'm having such a fun time.
So then you tell yourself, it's okay, I'm strong, I'm happy, I'm doing fine.
Yeah, right. Please drop a like on the video if you think that people that are constantly screaming at you about how happy they are probably lying. And comment down below what you think. Currently, social media is flooded with women claiming it's wonderful to be old and single because it aligns with the narrative of women not needing men. But when you ask real women that don't want to sell you a course or some dating consultancy service on how life actually is, then they would tell you a completely different story.
This whole dating thing, especially at my age, over 50, is just bullshit.
I wonder if I have lost the ability to connect, having been single a long time, dated a lot, have I lost that ability?
So when women hit 30 and they're like, oh, I'm not married, I don't have kids, they definitely go through this panic.
It's hard to get a guy to even get to the point of actually going on a date or meeting for the first time.
You see, I already proved this massive discrepancy.
And this is the problem that a lot of women don't understand. Hooking up, dating, I don't know what the hell they want to call it nowadays. Situationships. I mean, they have so many freaking words nowadays for, I'm going to go have a dinner with a guy, open my legs, screw him, then kick him out of bed the next day. Go to work, come home, feed my cats, do it again the next following night, and repeat. Just rinse and repeat that. That is not fun. It becomes boring. I've been through that stage in my life after my divorce, okay? It gets boring very quickly. For women, it's even worse. So after a woman rinse and repeat that behavior over and over and over and over again, she has to realize is that she has not developed relationship skills. She's developed hookup skills. And most of the time, those aren't even skills because the majority of the time, the men come to her. So all she's learned to do is to put on her makeup well, smell good, take a good shower, and just be receptive to a man coming up and say, hey, baby, you're looking hot, beautiful. Oh, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go home. Let's have a nice time. I've had a few drinks with you, and I've thanks for the few drinks and thanks for the meal. I'll go home because I need to soothe myself. And the guy gets up in the middle of the night and leave because he got to go to work the next day, vice versa. So this is what happens. Your relationship skills, that means compromising with someone, being of service to another person, waking up the next day and being responsible for someone else's, everyday existence, being able to influence that in the most positive way. Most women don't have those skills. And so after 4 or 5 years of just being out on the streets, they think that they're ready for relationships, but no, you're not. And that's the problem. That is why the majority of their relationships fail. They're not very successful at relationships because their relationship skills are dull. That's the problem. So my friends, listen, I just wanted you to see the similarities between the East and the West. Okay? China, US. The leftover women in China, the leftover women in America and in the West are the same. It's the same story. The difference is the Chinese women are much more open and receptive to understanding that they screw up. Their biggest crime is that they really think that their education is a big thing. Most women in the West, they don't even have that great degree of education. Most of them just think that their beauty should be accepted by any man just because she's a woman and she can put on great makeup. So my friends, listen, I'm going to cut it off there. Please go over to this gentleman's channel, watch the rest of this video. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. So by all means, go over and support him. So please give me a thumbs up on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't. Log in and book a session with me. All right. So until next time, my friends, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.